Welcome, dear friends, to Cardiac Radio at 11 p.m., nourishing our souls with one more message from the Spirit of Truth. Let us feel as the video on the background is showing to us that illuminated energies are falling upon us today. The message we're going to study today is deeply, deeply inspirational. The Spirit of Truth is the book psychographed by Waldo Vieira and Chico Xavier in 1960 to 61, published in 1961. A group of illuminated spirits wrote their messages in tribute to the gospel according to Spiritism. The message today is by the spirit Hilario Silva. Hilario Silva wrote a message through Chico Xavier inspired in chapter 10, item 16 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. Blessed are the merciful. And this message is by the Spirit Joseph, a protecting spirit, and he talks about indulgence. He says, Spiritists, today we wish to speak of indulgence, that sweet fraternal feeling which everyone should harbor towards their fellow creatures, but which in fact is so little used. Indulgence does not see the defects of others, or if it does, it avoids speaking of them or divulging them. On the contrary, it seeks to hide them with the object of becoming the sole possessor of this knowledge. Therefore, my friends, at the very end of the message, always be indulgent, seeing that indulgence attracts the like, calms, and uplifts, whereas inclemency only disanimates, drives away all calm, and causes irritation. You can read the full message in the Gospel according to Spiritism. Who doesn't need it, huh? We always hope that people are going to look at us with merciful eyes, right? That they're going to give us a break, that they're going to understand us. But do we do this? We often don't. We don't have that practice on earth yet. But Christ came to the earth to encourage us to be indulgent. And today, Hilario Silva is going to tell us a story, a true account that exemplifies what indulgence is all about. I will tell you the story. This is written in chapter 6 of the book, The Spirit of the Truth. It's titled, God Blesses You, or God Bless You. In a small city in the state of São Paulo, there was a foundation to help children named Anália Franco, Lar Anália Franco. And that place was founded by several people. But Dr. Clélia Rocha, who was a spiritist, found herself in great difficulties to maintain the structure. She tried raising funds, helping the children, and she helped with simple artistic activities. And people started helping out, donating money. One day, actually one night, the group, Dr. Clara Rocha and the children, came for a performance to raise funds in a particular city. But they encountered unfair anti-spiritist manifestations. People condemning them, screaming against them, and Dr. Clelia Rocha then quickly protects the children. And there was certain confusion. And a young man starts approaching Dr. Clelia Rocha. He marks her head and throws a stone. The blow is violent, says Hilario Rocha. The blood runs. And Dr. Clelia Rocha proceeds as if she does not know the aggressor. She's medicated later. Devoted spiritist showed up, and then she spent a whole week recovering, praying, and serving. At a certain day, a woman, who is a mother, comes to Dr. Claire Rocha. She's a physician and says, "We need your help because my son is bedridden with meningitis. He's asking for your help." Dr. Clelia Rocha does not hesitate. She runs to meet the sick boy and surprises. She's surprised when she sees that the young man who is sick is the one that cast a stone, that cast a stone on her. The young man had high fever. He was unconscious. Dr. Clelia Rocha spent days giving spiritual passes, caring for him very lovingly in prayers, and after 6 days, the young man was saved. When he awoke, he looked at her, feeling ashamed, and he kissed her hands respectfully, asking her, "Do you forgive me?" She softly said, "God bless you, my son." And that valiant activist, Dr. Clelia Rocha, is for us today. Somebody who inspired that young man who became a spiritist and a devoted worker in the leads of Spiritism in Brazil. Friends, you and I are being invited today to a very important exercise, difficult, but important. It's about indulgence, understanding people's weaknesses. That's the reason why we make mistakes. If we knew better, we wouldn't have done it. We wouldn't do it. So you and I are being asked to spend the next 24 hours evaluating how we can sweeten the mistakes of others. What is it? It's to understand the context. We're not saying we're going to agree with people's mistakes, but we're going to exercise new understanding. We're going to exercise this feeling that, well, that person is under such circumstance that if they knew better, they wouldn't have done it. Sometimes obsessions blind people from seeing what they're doing. Yes, there is nowadays on earth a collective obsession. Yes, people believing in misinformation and giving fuel to aggressiveness, to violence. We need indulgence. They don't know what they are doing, as we don't know what we are doing oftentimes. So let us practice by thinking that maybe this person is doing this, they were not loved enough in their childhood, or they're having a hard time at home in their family circle, or they're experiencing deep financial distress or some form of disease. And then by understanding that they are not doing well, that they are not happy, we're going to pray for them. And like Dr. Clelia Rocha, we're going to give them a break, forgive them, and repeat to them, "God bless you." So let us, throughout the day, in the next 24 hours, do this. Whatever happens, we say to that person inside of our hearts or out loud, "God bless you. God bless you." Instead of judging, instead of criticizing, God bless you. With loving care, with understanding. Wow. That's the true proposal that only comes with the Christ. As Dr. Bezerra de Menezes said here in the Spirit of Truth for us, with Christ, there's always solution, always solution. So let us bless everything and everyone in our lives in the next 24 hours and see how much a difference it makes for us. All right? We wish that this message be a true opportunity for all of us to bring renewal within us today and always. Thank you, friends.